Okay. Because I told myself I would, I'm actually forcing myself to make this video. I don't want to talk about the main event of SummerSlam. So I'm gonna try getting my point across with as little time as possible. Okay. I in my video from yesterday, I said how much I did not like the main event, and I did not like the main event at all. It was boring. It was slow. It was not worth a main event of a major pay-per-view. SummerSlam is the pay-per-view of the summer. It wasn't worth it. Now, if it was lower on the card, and if it wasn't for the title, I don't think I'd be as mad. If it was the main event of a B pay-per-view, I wouldn't be as mad. Which is weird, because I usually don't care about whether they're B or B pay-per-views or major pay-per-views. I really usually don't. But, and this is going to go into a discussion I had with a friend, or with a friend of a friend on Facebook. My friend basically hates Brock Lesnar for personal reasons. I'm not going to get into it because it's her business, not mine. And this guy was basically what he was saying was Brock Lesnar's a huge draw. He's going to make them tons of money, and that was his main contribution to his argument. Now let me get my feelings aside. I don't think Brock Lesnar is a huge draw. I don't think he's worth the money they throw at him. Brock Lesnar, if you look at his career, he was handed a lot in WWE and in UFC. My cat, I'm going to kill her. And I can't say he can't wrestle, because yes, he can wrestle. He could probably actually beat somebody to a bloody pulp. It's highly possible he could, and I believe he can. But professional wrestling wise, he is boring. And professional wrestling is about how I feel professional wrestling. Not what necessarily is true. How I feel professional wrestling. I feel that professional wrestling is about the showmanship. It's about in-ring. It's about the mic skills. It's about so much packed in, and only a good handful of men actually have that. And Brock Lesnar's nowhere near anyone who deserves what he gets. And I think he believes his own hype now, and that's why he's like, oh, throw money at me, I'll do whatever. I don't care. Throw the money at me. Keep bringing the money. Yeah, I'll do it. I don't care. You're gonna pay me, so why should I care? It's and this is gonna get into another argument, the difference between John Cena and Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar believes his own hype. He believes he's worth the money, and as long as he gets paid, he's not going to put any effort for it. If he gets paid before the match, he doesn't care, and that's what happens. He has a contract. He's gonna get paid. John Cena. I'm not a Cena fan. I like him. I respect him. That's it. I'm not a huge Cena fan. I don't think he deserves 15 WWE championships like he's gotten. But he works his ass off for a business and a company he loves. He loves his company. He loves what he does. He truly, you can just tell. This man loves what he does. And he has respect and integrity, and he's not about his own hype. So going into the actual match, there's not much to say because it wasn't a match. It was a jobber match. It was a jobber match. You know, I don't even like using that terminology, but it was a jobber match. That was disgusting. It was a jobber match. It wasn't anything special. It was, oh, I'm going to do all these things to you. What did Lesnar do? He brought him to the ground and punched him a bunch of times. He did what? I think he did 3 F5s. Either 3 F5s or 2. Some outside brawling. 17 German suplexes. Oh my god. You know how many times I've heard that? Oh my god, he did 17 German suplexes. How could you have not found that interesting? Because it's professional wrestling. I know that when they do a German suplex, that the person that they're doing the German suplex helps them and aids them. So you got to give credit to John Cena too. You got to give credit to John Cena for, you know, he's the reason why people bought this pay-per-view, not because of Brock Lesnar. You want to sit there and say that people bought the pay-per-view and the network for Brock Lesnar? No. They bought it to see John Cena get beaten down. It doesn't matter who it was. It could have been anybody. Anybody who's built up like a monster to take on John Cena, who's believable enough to beat John Cena. People are going to buy the pay-per-view. So all those people who hate Cena, you need to go and thank him for having this done. Because you are got all hypocrites. Cena haters are hypocrites. People who genuinely don't like Cena, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about the people who hate John Cena to hate John Cena. You know, the same people who were like, fuck Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar doesn't deserve anything, blah, 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 when he beat the streak. Now it's like, yeah, Brock Lesnar. It's hypocrisy at its best. And this match was the throwaway 30-minute jobber match for a title, the main event of a pay-per-view. To a man who doesn't deserve it, who doesn't care about the company he works for, doesn't care about the fans, who doesn't care about anything but himself. And that's all I'm going to say. Because if I keep talking, I'm going to rant, and the last thing I need to do is rant. I had my little rant earlier, and I got it all out. I'm lucky I did, because it would have been bad. But that's just how I feel about this. Is we all got screwed over. Everyone who bought the pay-per-view, everyone who was there at SummerSlam, everyone who bought the network, we all got screwed over because they knew that when you book Brock Lesnar versus John Cena, people are going to buy it to see John Cena get beat. It's that simple. And it's really a shame. And now that John Cena's not in the main event, what big names are going to go after Brock Lesnar? It's the same thing with Brock Lesnar that it is John Cena. People complain that John Cena, you know, they don't build anyone up because John Cena, who's left to take on Brock Lesnar? Daniel Bryan is injured. Cena's probably not going to be around for a little bit to sell his injury. And CM Punk walked away from the company. Who's left? They're going to have to build somebody up. And there are a few out there who I think it's time for them to start jumping to the main event. But nobody who could credibly beat Brock Lesnar. So we're in for a long haul of a very boring, a very undeserved, overrated, mediocre champion. And it's not John Cena. Because he is not any of those. So that's it. That's all I have to say.